Yo, 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 can you guys hear me? Yo, 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 can you guys hear me? Yo, guys. Yo, 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 can you guys hear me? Wait, I'm just checking my sound. Yo. Yeah, okay, it's clear. Okay, perfect, perfect. Sick. All right, let's get into it. My favorite German. No, 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 not again. What's up, guys? Good morning and wherever you're from, evening, afternoon. Gold is going crazy. I'll just wait a minute or two to get before getting into the charts. Just due to, you know, I don't want to repeat myself. Yo, what's up, Phil? Jonathan, Page, Marius, Belton, everyone. Why I'm no weak? Huh? Oh, yeah, what's up? I'll just wait like another minute or two and then we'll get into it. Morning, morning. Finally. I mean, you're live again. It was last week. But yeah, I've been working on some stuff and been out, so I haven't really had too much time to stream. Just give me 1 second, guys. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, let's get into it. What finally? Okay, so let me start on the daily chart. Pretty obvious. Let me delete this. So yesterday we engaged these daily lows. We have a few opportunities at these lows, external swing points that I also talk about a lot usually. Is that we can get that continuation lower, which we kind of failed to do, right? We swept this level and then we also have what on the close, very bullish close, almost, well, actually 350 points up. So once we got that close, after sweeping a relevant level where we also have SMT here, I can mark this out. Then actually we can take it on the 4 hour. Pretty obvious. We want to see these stay respected today. This was the daily open. We move further down, creating a London, actually Asia low. I think it was London on ES because we have another SMT down here. Dropping it, taking it down even further to an hourly chart. we have the change state of delivery here yesterday, since we had an SMT at these lows as well. And then we obviously had the daily open here, which we closed above. So ideally we should see higher prices. This is my draw on liquidity, the intro week highs. And we also have these failure swings up here, right? So that's what I'm looking to trade towards. Obviously we would want to 930 to, confirm that. Right now it's not, it's a bit choppy. Like, we can go down to sweep these. We don't necessarily have to, since we have an SMT with ES here. If I drop it into ES, you guys can see it. Here. And we also have some pretty active news today at 10, which is JOLT news, right? Usually moves quite a bit. So gotta be aware of that. I don't mind positioning prior. ES longs on M5. I'm not gonna take anything 1 minute prior to open, especially when it's not that clear to me. Right now, ES is especially not on a 5 minute. I don't even see a setup here. ES is fairly weak compared to NQ right now, which we would want to see, strength going into open. Damn. Gold is going nuts. This asset, look at this shit. We called it last week to all-time highs. Wait, that's not the daily. Yeah. From this gap down here, we called that shit. Insanity. So we'll see what open has. Yeah, nice dollar. Yeah, I'm looking for longs too. Let's see what open has in 10 seconds, actually. Damn. Leave that like to the stream. Alright, let's see. We open. Might tap into these. We'll see. Anything in gold today? Nah, I didn't take anything. I don't really see anything, too clear. The only thing would have been, so we have this all-time high, right? Like, where was it? Oh, it was today, sorry. Yeah, after we swept this low, we got this change state of delivery into the continuation here. This would have been the only thing I would have been looking at. So like this. And then stop below these down close candles here. Right. And then to look for that. Probably have stops a bit wider. But this series of up close, right? Or you could look to take that, this retest up to that higher day. That doesn't offer 2R, so no, not that one. But the first one, but no, I did not take anything. There's the NQ sweep. Talked about. ES is doing ES things. One thing that's nice is that we have these failure swings at the highs. So we would want to move higher from here, right? If we're going to potentially tap into this. But this is not too ideal. We would want to see, a reversal from here pretty fast. If not, we might just go lower. Let me remove this. Tapped into this hourly 4 hour. Good place to bounce from if we can do that. Should just have a buy order here. That would be crazy if it actually just bounces straight from that. Please look NQIM. But yeah, it depends a lot on what we do like the next 5 minutes. We would have to reverse pretty aggressively from here, if you ask me. Yes, it's doing alright. What is YM? I just want to take a look. Of course, YM is mooning. Your YM is just living its own life. Okay. We would still want to see strength in NQ, even though ES is pretty... looks alright now. Same with YM. Damn, YM is so strong right now. It's like every time you're looking at NQ, YM is just the stronger one. If you're looking at YM, NQ is just the stronger one. Nah, but YM should realistically at least take out these highs, right? And then probably these as well. And might go even further, but that as a minimum objective. Especially with the strength at open. NQ is still lacking some follow through. Could long ES. I would still want to see a bit more confirmation of the upside. Even though it looks alright in terms of strength right now. Also, we didn't get that close either, so. Right. We're in this hourly gap, yes. Seems nice. Same goes for NQ here. It's just pretty weak. Yeah, you would want to see NQ follow through with ES. YM is going crazy, guys. This would be a good point to bounce from on NQ as well. Can potentially resweep it, but there wouldn't really be a reason to do that. So in my opinion, if we're moving higher, we should just do it from here. Like a manipulation right at 930 and then, you know, distribution to the upside potentially. YM is always the leading asset when I'm not trading it. Look at this shit on gold. I'm probably not touching gold today. I don't really have a clue of where we're going. We don't have any, you know, draws higher since we already took out all-time high. I think it's doable. Obviously, I don't want to jump the gun and I'll, you know, keep trading the trend as long as it is. But I do think we're due to a pullback soon. This is crazy. All right. Gonna mark out this gap if we do tap into it. Yeah, this is the reaction we wanted on YM last week. but it doesn't seem to be supporting any upside right now. NQ at least. Look at this beautiful daily candle. What's the range? That's only 160 points, yeah. Oops. Mm-hmm. If we should trade higher, we should do it very soon. We also have news in 20 minutes. SMT, another SMT at the lows. Wait, NQ. Was the 730 M15? Generally, that's not a signature I would take just due to the fact that, you know, we have these lows. Wait, 730. That's oh, these lows. Sorry, that's something I would want open to confirm in this case. What are we doing, NQ? But yeah, I mean, it was valid in terms of technical. It's just when we already expanded this much throughout London, we can expect some sort of pullback at open, most likely. Sometimes it will just moon higher, right? But NQ trolling us. I mean, if we can move up from here, would be sick. YM getting weak here. Strength switch. Usually when YM is weak, NQ is strong and vice versa. Unless they're just all dropping in sync or all just mooning in sync or like news. And ES is usually the like middle, what's called asset. That's like in between those two, right? So right now we're just waiting. Loki, watch gold take out all of these. Reverse right at 930. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure I'll take it, but I'll just be watching to see if it actually goes to take these lows. Wouldn't be taking it now either way, so. Yeah, would want some strength on NQ. And just indices in general. He is kind of weak right now. This is not the best sign. You generally want to see them move away from an SMT, not stall around it. That means we're most likely going to revisit these lows. Yeah, news will probably provide clarity. Ideally, it will help us to the upside. Let's see. New phase of price on daily. We cannot expand forever. I mean, we didn't expand forever. We expanded like yesterday. It's not like, but the valid framework is there. so I don't mind too much. What's your beef with split screen? It's just, I don't know. I can do this. I don't know. It's because usually I have EOS on my other monitor, and then I will just switch between like NQ and gold on this one, because I feel like it's easier. You know what? I'm going back to the other. I feel like it's easier to get a better overview when it's like a full screen. Gold. Gold, gold, gold. What lows are we going for? Seems a bit ambitious. Yeah, I wouldn't care too much about a new 4-hour gap. Since we already have, down close candles and an hourly gap here to trade away from. So I don't necessarily need to see it tap into a new 4-hour gap, especially not when we already tapped into this point of interest. That would most likely mean that we're just, heading lower. Gold 30-minute change state of delivery. Oh, potentially. Yeah, gold looks pretty weak, but as said, I'm not trying to not catch a fallen knife, but you know what I mean. Just vice versa, right? Even with that said, there's no entries right now unless you have your stop up here, which is not going to be the case. Wait, that would be like, that would be like 2 off, but I'm not going to. I'll just watch indices for a little. Did you take ES long over NQ? Ideally, I would want to see NQ get some more strength to look for that. Just because the draw seems a bit more clear on NQ as well, like in closer proximity. And NQ have been the strongest overnight as well. If we look at, I actually think it's around the same. It's not that big of a difference. But let's see. You long NQ and it took me out. I don't know the reason why didn't you take NQ. Where? I don't see anything here. When did you long NQ? What's up, name? Welcome, welcome. There it is. You see how we're creating failure swings even with this SMT. Why is gold looking kind of the nicest right now? Like up the video for good luck. Yeah, thank you, Della. There's no shot YM doesn't come back to these highs today. That's crazy. Watch 10 a.m. make the reversal. You said you're coming up with something soon. When can we expect it? Ooh. Probably within the next few weeks at max. Ideally. Depends on a few things I'm working on. And some other people as well. So you in a long right now? No. I don't necessarily need to see price retrace to this fair value gap. I just want to see NQ move away from these lows. Yeah, 10 a.m. should give somewhat of an idea. The opening of 1 hour candle at 9. It formed an SMT and formed change state of what? Where? You took it on like the 5 minute or 15 minute? Personally, I wouldn't be wanting to trade away from these lows, as I said a second ago. So that's why I did not take any entry up here. He is gonna resweep these lows. Might just go lower from here. Let's see what happens at this gap. Can still very much just tap into these gaps in reverse from here. Did NQ did it by like a tick now. Let's see what happens here, guys. We just long now, all in. I'm kidding. Koenig, what? Koenig continuation. Order block formed on gold. Oh. Yeah, Shane. Guys, if we reverse from here, that's exactly what we want to see, right? Come down, sweep this, tap into the lowest gap, which we have marked out here. We tapped into it by like a tick, so that's kind of crazy. If we just reverse from here. We got the 1 minute change state of delivery, guys. First time. Maybe there's hope. Shoot higher, guys, please. YM swept that low, almost. I don't care too much about YM, to be honest. Hey, yo. Don't do that. Unless you're sure you're winning. Please check out gold. So, this would be a potential entry. I'm just not the biggest fan of it right now. Like, it might work. We do have failure swings below. It's just like I'm not trying to catch this too early. We already moved 35 points in the daily range. I know it looks absurdly small compared to yesterday, but that's like around the average daily range. I think it's like 37 or something on gold at the moment. So I don't want to be expecting like a full on, move down here. Yo, guys. We're not changing bias or getting scared by that little move down to 930. All right, let's see what happens from here. This looks pretty good. If we can stay up here and get higher, it looks pretty prime for like 10 a.m. to expand higher, right? Did we tap that hourly gap? We did. As you guys can see by like actually one tick. Well, that's enough, so I don't need to see more than that. We swiped out this low. We did not on ES, so creating SMT as well. Swiped out all of these resting lows. 930 manipulate. And hopefully 10 a.m. distributes. What's your bias? Yeah, it's long. TJR would go full port now. You guys getting the kill tech later? Dropping the clothes. He actually has some sick ass clothes. Was it so crazy? All right. You guys ready? This is gonna be like watching the when Powell he had those news last week. This is going to explode. I don't know which way though. It's not looking the brightest for longs. Still have the opportunity to go higher. That's not the best candle. We're kind of still, failing to get above these down close candles, rejecting from these. But we do have failure swings above, so worst case, we expand down and will most likely be a no trade day for me. It took ES short on the 5 minute. Okay, you do you. Isn't this exactly what we want? Price taking out the consolidation lows. Yeah, but we still want to see strength and then some sort of urgency to move away from this low, which it looked all right a second ago, but we would still want it to move away from that low right now. Right, we don't want to stay around this low. Yeah, we didn't even get the close on gold either way. We don't have a gap here. All right, guys. Chop, chop, chopped. Do you think we took out Thursday's high today? Thursday? What? What Thursday? This? Hell nah, man. I don't even think we can take out the intra week high if we're not starting to distribute higher soon. 10 a.m. news would have to clutch up, which I don't know if they will. If we take Thursday's high today, I'm quitting. That would be like another 500 points from here. That would be absolutely insane. I hope for whoever took ES short that goes well, but I still want to see longs. Why I'm going to London lows. Yeah. Wait. Fuck YM, guys. YM is the shit. Oh, look at these failure swings we left at the lows. YM is just doing YM things. We don't care about that. We care about what's going to happen in 2 minutes. I am still not long on NQ. Where would I even go long in here? No, yeah, I agree, Della. I'm very one-sided higher as well. If we don't get the upside confirmation, I'm done for the day. Like I want to align as many time frames as possible, unless I'm trading like a specific reversal day or anything. If that's not the case, Like if you have to force the setup, it's probably not a good setup, right? If in doubt, stay out. That's gold, guys. Remember that. You can't let like this past 30 minutes of price action where we're not even dropping, right? We're just consolidating. You can't let that dictate over like all the higher time frames telling you something else. At least for me. Depends on how you approach the charts, obviously, but I'm not going to trade away from this high. Do I have SMTs? 921, 921, that's here. Failure swings, failure swings, failure swings. Sure, we might drop, but it's not according to my plan. How many trades have you taken this week? 2. I took 2 yesterday, and obviously Monday was a holiday. I did not even look at the charts on Monday. Do you consider close on M5 for short? Okay, I guess I already answered that. Oh, you're looking lower on gold as well. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna stay out of gold today. Alright, we got news in 30 seconds, guys. I don't use RTY, no. Alright, let's see. 20 seconds. And hourly gap just got tagged on ES. I don't think it means that much right now. It's not looking too ideal. Guys, we ready? This is always fun to watch. 5 seconds. Okay. Brother. Okay, sure. Just don't move at all. This is a fucking joke. Bro, it didn't even move more than 20 points. Okay, buddy. Yeah, I know YouTube is a bit delayed. SMT at the lows. 10 a.m. Could potentially create the low of day, right? We have SMT there. Still holding that same idea. We will want to see follow through from here. Valid SMT here. But then again, we don't want to see price stay around this level. We want to see price trade away with some sort of urgency, right? Up to these highs as a minimum. And potentially close above this. Yeah, PA is strong, guys. That's crazy. I'm not sure how to fix like the lag on YouTube. I can try, but I'm not sure I even can if it's just like YouTube. Because obviously when I'm streaming like live sometimes on Discord, it's just way better. It's like 1 second delay at max. Loki, at least, I mean, obviously I don't know how you trade, but once you're in a trade, you should probably just let it go to your loss, like your stop loss or your target. Try to stick to the plan no matter what. Obviously, if we have like a very relevant SMT or something, you can move it. But generally, just stick to your plan and limit yourself to like 1 or 2 trades a day. I'm not saying it will fix it like right away, but that rule has probably helped a lot more people than you actually know becoming profitable or at least break even if they were a losing trader. Like try to stick to that rule or like those rules for like a month and see how it goes. I mean, not touching your stop at all. Like that would have helped me make a lot more profits as well. earlier. Anyways, that was a sidetrack. Yeah, we got the 3-minute close here. That looks pretty nice on NQ actually. I'm just checking something, guys. Don't take any conclusions. I do want to see potential continuation. You can take this first, change state of delivery. This is looks alright, if you ask me. I'm looking for some sort of continuation high. YouTube is 1 minute delay. Okay, I think that's exaggerating it a bit, but okay. But as said, nothing I can do about it. What's your bias? You guys are not reading my Discord analysis channel, man. It's bullish. Distribute higher. Getting this 5 minute as well. Damn. That would have been a nice. Right? Let's see if we can get some sort of continuation. Intro will open up soon. How to get into Discord? It's in the description. It's free. Sometimes I always like announce when I go live and stuff, and new YouTube videos, etc. Sometimes I'll be like active in the chats, writing out something or like analysis. There's a role. I think it's called Roles, the channel where you can get like the live role. So you get notified every time I post like charts and stuff and trades, recaps, etc. Anyways. Okay, who cares about YM either way? Yes, and NQ looks good. Should go here. Draw remains the same. 5 minute confirmed as well. This is the first time since 9:30 we got that confirmation, so it should hold this low, right? Check the M4. Oh, we got the M4 as well. Looks solid. I'm not in anything. Just checking. Yeah, that's like a 2R. I'll still wait for continuation. Just to be on the safer side considering this chop. I still want to move a bit. Okay, so idea here, right? Wait, let me show you guys. We come up here. We take this high. We get a down close candle. We close above it. So we're kind of failing to manipulate, right? That's the ideal entry. Then look to on the new close above. We look too long to this high, right? Obviously, it's not probably not going to be like a 4 hour. But if we can fail to manipulate this high, that's like the logic I used for the for the past 2 days as well. That would be lovely, especially if yeah, okay, ES is a bit behind. I don't mind too much. What's up, Trist? How are you doing, G? Failure to manipulate best entry signal ever. Yeah, continuation signature. Yeah, that would be nice. Right? I mean, that's the same signature we took on gold last week. That was a loss, but like I've taken it 2 or 3 times since that stream last week where they all worked out. So it's just unfortunate. Obviously, nothing's going to work out 100% of the time. Also, did anyone cop any Apex accounts? They were like 90% off yesterday. It's pretty crazy. Was it so crazy? We can squeeze out 2R above this. All right. There goes the highs. Let's see what NQ has in store for us. Close through. Down close candle. Close through. Long. Come on. Um, ES is pretty weak right now. We would want to see ES, follow as well. I don't care about YM. Hey, nice Tristan. Gonna O-sock them. Hell yeah. If you guys are like just getting cheap accounts for Apex, use my code, boys. Holy gold. What happened? Nothing happened. What do you mean holy gold? Brother saying that like it dropped 20 points or some shit. It's cooking. What are you in? Are you in short? Bella, you probably are. I know you are. You freak. So that's not ideal reaction, obviously, from the highs. Would still want to see it trade higher. Waiting for 5 minutes. Yeah, like the close below here. So I do think it's valid. The only thing I don't like is just, creating close swings up here. Ideally, what you want to see is, well, I don't have a good example here, obviously. Well, yeah, you want something like this. Obviously, it doesn't have to be this quick, but when we sweep out relevant highs, you want to move away from that like fairly quickly so we don't create more, what is eventually becoming failure swings. Your down close candle. Come on, NQ. You can close down here and then give us like a new close above. Yeah, like with a bit of urgency. Gold actually moving after 6 months of consolidation. Yeah. So tired, man. I got like a whole bunch of shit I need to do as well today. So we'll see if NQ offers something now. I don't even know why I have my headset on. It's like I'm just so hot, and I don't even use it anymore since I got my new mic setup. What about the 5 minute down close candle? Ooh, you guys. I would rather have this for. I don't like this body. And also we would need to close like fully above, because even if we close, let's say we close like right here, it's still valid to frame a reversal from this high, which is most likely going to be the case, to be honest. Yeah, guys. I did play CSGO. Not a lot, but I have played it. Alright, guys, we're fried. We're not moving out of this range. And that is why we were looking for a continuation higher than this. Also, EOS was still lagging that, follow through. W discipline. Thank you. Yeah, well, not anything interesting. The pre-New York Open 15-minute continuation. Where do you even see that? Oh, you mean pre? Sorry, I read post. It was, but as I said before, I don't like trading away from these after we already had a large move up, as I know 930 can still come down, manipulate this low, and then go higher without actually invalidating any of my ideas, right? NQ looks like Seek and Destroy. Hell yeah. The only thing it's destroying right now is my account. Bro, what are you in? To be honest, if you took that like initial change state of delivery, I don't mind too much. I just wanted to see the continuation to trade through this, right? Hey, you got 1 to 2 on ES. Nice. If NQ doesn't go to these lows after that rejection, that would be crazy. Do your account with this job. Damn, what did you take, man? Thank you, Hassan. Yeah, same dollar. I'm done. Obviously, everyone wants to make money, but one of the most important thing is to not lose unnecessary money. That way, you actually get to keep the money that you make from winning trades rather than just, losing money just to get back to break even, right? And this is not price action I want to be involved in. And gold is probably, yeah, going back to the highs. What a surprise. I would not look for anything now. Like, even if you were to look for ES shorts, this is still not the open you want to see. 930. We're down 8 points in the past 50 minutes. This is not what you want to be trading. Just save the capital for a day where it looks like, yeah, well, essentially this. Like, you want a clear move where you look at it and you think, okay, this is easy. We're going to, yeah, you know what I mean. So like this yesterday, I know a lot of people took this on ES and NQ actually. Pretty obviously, we had an wait. I can show you guys. Um, so yesterday. NQ sweeps the high of the 8 candle. Yes, does. Okay, somehow I got into euro. And ES creates that SMT, right? While also tapping into this relevant gap. Same does NQ. Into this gap. You can see NQ taps into this one. So we have an SMT here, right? And from there, right at 10 a.m., which is pretty key time, we have some news where shortly after, I mean, you could take this pretty aggressive in my opinion. Still a valid reversal. Change date of delivery here and never return back to that high. But I would just look for a continuation, pretty simple. Which would be like this, right? And you get a 1 to 2 to the lows. Go on NQ, you can take the same trade. Just be aware, like when ES is taking that high, low, sorry. But you can take this, like once you get that close below here. Or actually, it's here in this case, but same close either way. Take this down near to the lows. Obviously, we didn't get quite filled, so you would probably be trailed out a bit higher, but still provides more than 2R, way more. NQ, what? Okay. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Bro, look at this. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. This is pretty valid, to be honest. We have an SMT at the lowest, but ideally you don't want to see that large of a retracement. So you get your bias solely from the daily chart? No. It's like the daily and hourly and sometimes the lower time frames as well. You're an NQ. Hope it works out for whoever's in. Alright. The whole triad looking good. Why I'm just get this random ass spike. But yeah, guys, I will be calling it a day here. Your break even going for previous day high. Where did you even? Okay. You got wigged out of NQ. Well, to be honest, like if you guys already entered, where were your stops? It should be at this low as minimum. One of these lows. But yeah, as said, this is not my type of price action, so I will be calling it a day and most likely be streaming very shortly soon. And also I will work on some stuff and that should be released very soon as well. So talk to you guys later, and yeah, I hope your trades work out for those who are in it. 10-15 candle low. Oh, nice. All right, see you guys.